welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well out there. And today we're going to head back to 1973 for another TV horror movie. But before we get into it, do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Join me here. I greatly would appreciate that. Also, as always, a shameless plug for my TeePublic page. I'll leave a link in the description box below. And today we're going to check in on Carl Kolchak once again for The Night Strangler. The Night Strangler came out in January of 1973. That's when it aired on ABC as part of their Movie of the Week series. When it aired back in 73, it's an hour and 14 minutes long, but the released on home video or released on Blu-ray or the ones on YouTube, which we'll talk about, is an hour and 30 minutes long. Now, this one was directed by Dan Curtis, who also produced the first The Night Strangler, or The Night Stalker, and in this film. And the script was once again co-written by the great Richard Matheson. And Dan Curtis is the same gentleman who developed Dark Shadows way back when, and then all the iterations of it he was involved with. And once again, Darren McGavin is back as Carl Kolchak, but this time he's working in Seattle. Obviously, at the end of the first movie, The Night Strangler, he got kicked out of Vegas, told if he stuck around, the police were going to arrest him and charge him with murder. So now he is working in Seattle. And his managing editor, who was his boss in Las Vegas, is working in Seattle. So he's working for the same managing editor because he got kicked out of Vegas as well. And once again, Kolchak is finding himself in the middle of a murder mystery. And the cops have nothing. This guy is murdering, or this killer is murdering these young women who work for this dance club in town. And Kolchak goes and does what he does. He starts investigating it. And it's weird. This guy, like the last guy, seems to have superhuman strength. And the description of him is almost like, or he described as his breath would smell like rotted flesh. And Kolchak is doing some digging. More women's bodies are turning up. And they're also getting drained of their blood as well. Similar to the first film. And he does some investigating going into the underground of Seattle, the old part of Seattle, the burn that they built on top of. And he's trying to find out who this is. And finally, he figures out that it's this alchemist who is 144 years old, who created this serum, and all he needs is young women's blood to make himself young again so he can continue to try to find a cure for his disease. And at the end of the film, they kill him, and that is the end. Kolchak gets kicked out of Seattle, and that is the end of The Night Strangler. So what to like about this film? Well, once again, Darren McGavin is great here as Carl Kolchak. He's great as this world-weary reporter who finds himself in these supernatural situations. And the whole cast is great here, but Darren McGavin really he's the star of the show here, and he knocks it out of the park. And also, I like this 144-year-old alchemist as the bad guy. In some aspects, he's not quite as interesting as the vampire, but he gets to talk, gets to say, he gets a monologue later on, gets to explain what's going on. It's really well done. I'd say this is on par with The Night Strangler, for me anyway. I really did enjoy this. And by the way, if you're interested, it is on YouTube for free. It's actually the copy of the remastered version that Kino Lorber put out a couple years ago. So if you want to watch it, it is on YouTube for free. So yeah, this movie did really well when it was released, and there was a third movie planned called The Night Killers that they were going to do to end the series of movies, but the ABC was more interested in developing a TV show instead. So the third movie never happened, and they went on to make the TV series that lasted for one season, which I do own, and I watched one episode. I got to make my way through that whole series. Any negatives? Again, just like the first film, I'm just seeing this now for the first time, so it's a bit dated in some aspects, but it's so well done. And again, it's well directed by Dan Curtis. The lighting, they shot some of it in Seattle, but most of it was shot on the back lot in LA. Some of it was shot in the Bradbury building for the Alchemist's lair. That was shot in the Bradbury building, that part of it. And they used another physical location in LA. I really enjoyed this. Again, it's just as solid as The Night Stalker, in my opinion. I would give this an 8 out of 10, just like The Night Stalker. I really enjoyed this film, and I'm looking forward to making my way through The Night Stalker TV series. I got the whole series on DVD. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of them. But I really enjoyed my time with this one. And if you like a good TV horror movie with some great performances, check this out. Again, it's on YouTube. This and The Night Strangler, or The Night Stalker, are both on YouTube. So if you want to watch them, they are available. So I'd highly recommend it if you're into stuff like this. 8 out of 10 for The Night Strangler. Have you ever seen this one? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Share this video. I greatly would appreciate that. I'll be back soon with another review. But until next time, bye.